Guys, gals, everything between, welcome to another episode of Asian Horror Movies You Must Watch this week for June 4th, 2020. I am joined by my co-host once again, Kai Kai.
Hi.
That means, yeah, you could say hello.
I just said hi.
Okay, so this week we have another 20, I believe it's 20 movies, right?
Maybe.
And this time we also have some from Myanmar. I think that's the first time we're reviewing movies from Myanmar as well.
Mm-hmm.
First one we're going to start off with today, it's called Hollow from 2014. It's from Vietnam, and this one's about a young girl falls into a river and drowns. When her body is found in a remote village along the river, her uncle arrives to claim her body, only to find that she is very much alive. But when she returns to her family, unexplainable occurrences lead them to believe that she is possessed. Now, before you give the review, I just have to say, like I've been saying to a lot of these movies, this looks like a must-watch. What do you have to say about it?
But you don't have to say must watch every time.
Well, I want to see this, so for me, this is a must-watch.
Okay. Everything to you is a must watch. Alright, but I think this one is pretty good.
Yeah, must-watch. Told you.
Okay. I mean, there's so many different elements in it. There are black magic ghosts, haunting ghosts, possessions, prostitution, like a lot of Asian horror themes inside one movie. The only problem is that the plot seems a little bit dragging. So if I think the movie can cut down a little bit shorter, I would definitely give this like 10 out of 10. So if you're looking for an Asian horror movie with a lot of scary scenes, then yeah, this one's a must watch.
And this one also came from the same place that KFC, the one we reviewed last week, Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you like that one? You did, right? You saw that. I think you watched it a couple of times, didn't you?
That one's more about like gore and like being disgusting, but this one is more like has a little bit more story, if you know what I mean.
So, but it's also one that you would recommend people
Yes.
catch. Okay, so the next one we're going to go over to Malaysia, and it's called Badi from 2015. I think you got some info on this.
I don't even know how to pronounce the names. I try my best.
But Badi, B-A-D-I,
I'm
Badi.
talking about the characters in the story.
It's just B-A-D-I. It's only 4 letters, so it's Badi.
Badi.
Yeah, Badi.
Badi.
It's kind of like saying daddy or something, but it's Badi. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. If you say so.
All right, go ahead.
So, in this movie, Joe, Faiz, Tanya, and Keela are a group of medical students who are undergoing practical training in a hospital. They're given a task to carry out an anatomical inspection on the body of a recently deceased midwife, Menak. But during the process, they do things that violate the ethics. One of the students even steals some of Menak's belongings. Following this, strange things started to happen to the group of students. So, would you say this one is a must-watch? Probably.
Well, Malaysian movies, I tend to like them as well. So.
You tend to like them as well, really?
Yeah, like 95% of the movies that we review, to me, I would consider a must-watch, or I got to check it out.
But I have a question for you, though.
Go ahead.
So, in this movie, the settings is in a hospital, right? I thought you were scared of needles and stuff like that. So.
Well, as long as there's not a lot of needles in it, but usually what I would do is check out the trailer, and if I even see one needle, then it's a pass. But if I don't see any needles in the trailer, then it's a definite, got to check it out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The next one is also from Malaysia called Keramat. So I know you have problems saying a certain word, so I don't know if you have a problem because you had a problem with Badi. So this one is Keramat. All right, Keramat.
Caramel.
It's not a chocolate bar. It's a movie. Okay.
Keramat.
And it's not caramel. The chocolate bar is called Caramilk.
I know.
It has caramel in it. But the actual chocolate bar is called Caramilk.
Oh, Caramilk?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah. So let's go to Keramat, another must-watch from Malaysia, 2012. What do you have on this?
Oh my god, I don't know how to pronounce the names.
I just told you, Keramat.
I'm talking about the names of the characters.
Go ahead.
So Zeus Sufyan is Habib, who is wrongly accused of raping
Habib.
Mustika. Habib. Oh, you do it. What's that?
That's the guy's name. Habib is his name.
Okay. So he's wrongly accused of raping Mustika.
Yeah, Mustika.
And Mustika.
Yes.
And he was bitten by the villagers led by Mustika's own brother, Jabba. Something like that.
Good enough.
And, however, no one could have predicted that after the incident, Habib, who is not an ordinary youth, would begin to develop strange powers where the veil that hides his disfigured face emits a ray that leads to the death of many villagers. Must watch.
Did you see this one or the other Malaysian movie?
The first one, the hospital one.
So do you think this one sounds? Do you think this one sounds better than the first one, or? Like, do you have any interest in seeing this one? I know you didn't see this one yet. You told me you were going to see this one tonight or something. So would you say you would want to see this one?
Yeah, I want to see this one with you.
So you think it would be better?
I'm not sure it will be better or not. Like, there are two different stories, so like sometimes you can't compare, right? The story is so different.
Okay. So, yeah, those two were, like I said, from Malaysia. So the next one we're going to go on to is, well, get ready for an amazing review. It's called The Close Encounters, or The Close Encounters of Vampire, which is actually incorrect English. It should be The Close Encounters of the Vampire, not The Close Encounters of Vampire. But anyways.
Because it has another title in Cantonese. So.
Called what?
You have the name? Do you have the name?
No.
Gangsi Papa.
Which translates into what? The same thing?
Which translates into like vampires get scared, something like that.
Oh, okay. This one is about a small town. Oh yeah, I have it here. It says Goeng Sipaapaa.
So it's Gangsi Papa.
Gangsi Papa.
Oh my gosh.
What? No good?
You said it so right. Can you do that again?
Probably not. Gangsi Papa.
Wow, God. So good.
Thank you. Thanks. A small town is plagued by a hopping Chinese vampire. A clumsy traveling warrior becomes aware of the vampire's sinister presence. However, the skeptical locals and their arrogant Taoist priests discredit the traveler. Meanwhile, a group of orphan children who are taken care of by a loving yet stern middle-aged play actor befriend the vampire's son without realizing his true identity. Sounds like a must-watch. What do you got?
Must-watch, of course. I think this one is like kind of tries to copy Mr. Vampire, which is like a very famous horror movie back in 80s, I think. They even have like a similar plot. So the main character, the main villain in this movie is a hopping adult Chinese vampire, but the difference of this movie is that it's much more for children. You know what I mean? It's like a bunch of child actors wearing vampire costumes. So
I wouldn't mind checking that out.
I know you wouldn't mind checking that out. Okay, so there's a lot of humor as usual. So yeah, you wouldn't mind checking that out. But I mean, for those people who are a hardcore fan of more conventional and sophisticated Chinese vampire films, I would say stick with Mr. Vampire. But this one is more like childish and fun, I would say, and funny.
Okay. So that was the fourth movie we've reviewed so far. Another 16 to go. In case you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and smash that thumbs up button, the like button, whatever you want to call it. And if you are new, make sure you hit the bell icon as well. You'll be notified each and every time we make new releases. And so far, I think this is our third week we've been reviewing Asian movies?
I think so.
Yeah. So the next one we're going to go on to now, it's called, well, there's two names for it. It's from Indonesia from 2009. The Indonesian name is Darah, Perawan, Bulan, Madu, which means virgin blood on honeymoon. Again, brutal English, but what can you do? I guess the guy who made the title, the English must be his 16th language or something. What do you got on this? Even though it's still a must-watch, even though the title makes no sense at all, it's absolutely brutal English. What do you got?
This one actually, I have a very short review. Can you just tell me what the story is about first?
Okay, go ahead.
No, I mean you tell me what the story is about first. Then I have a very short review of this one.
What do you mean? I have to give it to you.
Just read what the story is about.
When you want me to tell you, okay, when Putra marries Amira, they have their honeymoon on an island that belongs to him. But strange occurrences begin to haunt their honeymoon. As a ghost dressed in a bridal dress starts appearing, a dark and deadly secret awaits them. Definitely must watch.
I think the leading actress is very, she's doing a very good job, and like she's pretty vulnerable and very believable. And the whole story is not very special, but has the feeling of an old English Gothic novel, that kind of thing. And it's also a little bit repulsive, I think, some of the scenes, but not like really, really terrifying to me. I would say yes, you can take a look at this one. I mean, even the title itself just gives you basically what it's about, right?
Okay. So another check it out type movie.
Check it out.
Also, guys and gals, and of course everything in between. If you guys have problems or not knowing where to find these movies, shoot a comment in the comment section below, and I can definitely give you guys pointers and help you out. The next one we're going to go on to is again from Indonesia. This one is only the Indonesian title, called Kalung Jelangkung.
Jelangkung? Jelangkung?
Yeah, something like that. You sound better at it than I do. But I don't have the English translation because I'm not going to butcher this one just like the other guy did with Virgin Blood on Honeymoon.
But sometimes some of them, they don't have an English title, so that's why.
Yeah, I know. Okay, well, what do you have on this? Or would you like me to read it again?
Okay.
What?
When Kiki and her friends are on a holiday in the village, they play the Jelangkung, I think it's like a game, inside an old building. Suddenly, the Jelangkung doll stirs and screams that her name is Yanti and that her boyfriend killed her when he made her pregnant.
Sounds like a good one.
They all fled the old building and Kiki strays into a cemetery. She finds a necklace and wears it. That's so stupid. I don't know why.
Later, I think it's cool.
Alright, all stupidity to you is cool. I know. So, later in Jakarta, Kiki falls ill, and she mentions Yanti's name as the best doctors fail to cure her. They turn to a shaman for help. Kiki is taken back to the cemetery in the village. After returning the necklace, Yanti's spirit possesses the shaman. When the necklace is passed to Benny, Kiki's friend, he's also possessed by Yanti's spirit. So this is like one of those possession type of movie.
It sounds like a must-watch type of movie to me.
Everything to you sounds must-watch.
Oh, so what do you say? Is it worth watching this one or?
No. it's good. I recommend this one.
So what did I say? I said it's a must-watch, right?
It's just because if you keep saying that everything is must-watch, you have to make, I don't know, you have to make a point that this one is okay, this one is like average.
When I say I have no interest in it, I will say I have no interest in it. But if I'm saying that this is a must-watch, that means I want to check it out.
Okay, check it out.
Right?
Yeah.
Figure, just put all hands on deck and just check out the movie. So, the next one is from Hong Kong called Nightcaller. The Hong Kong or Cantonese way of saying it, I'm going to guess, is Ping An Ye.
The way you say it is in Mandarin.
Okay, go ahead. How do you say it? I don't know how to say it in Cantonese.
Peng an ye.
Ping An Ye. All right. This is about, again, it's called Nightcaller, and it's the poster even looks cool. So, yeah, I definitely want to, never mind.
What Peng an ye means? Do you know what that means?
Probably means Nightcaller.
No, it means Christmas Eve.
So why is it called Nightcaller? Maybe it has to do with Christmas Eve?
How would I know? It has something to do with the plot. And
Okay.
sometimes the translation are not just like, they don't have the same meaning. Just
All right, can I read what it's about, and then you could give the breakdown as to what the title means and all that? Okay. A Family Guy cop goes deep into a case and gets involved with a deranged killer. His partner and friend, along with a new protege, Porky, take over the case and look for his missing partner, who's enjoying the twisted company of the killer. Can Inspector Chan and Porky find Melvin before he becomes the latest victim of this psychotic killer? It sounds like an 80s type of movie, even with the character names. Porky. Did you ever watch Porky's, the American movie?
No, what's that?
It's a comedy.
Okay.
But yeah, that just reminded me of the movie. So anyways, okay, what about this one? Again, I said I want to check it out, so now you can continue.
So do you want to check this out?
Where have you heard that before? Yeah, I definitely want to check this out.
I think this one's good. It's like strange, but in a good way. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like it's a horror movie with a police procedure, that type of thing. Like they're having a case and that type of thing. And I think I need to. Right, it's 85, right?
Yeah, 1985.
85?
Yeah.
And like I said, like basically I would say like all of the horror movies back then, they always have a little bit or a lot of humor inside. So it's not really that scary. And those humors just take away like the film's how can I say it? Like dark. So overall, the film is not that darkish, if you know what I mean, because it has a lot of jokes inside. And if you like to see something different, like different, I mean, then this film's for you. But if you're expecting like a very straightforward action or horror film, then I don't think you will like this one.
What I found was Hong Kong horror movies have more of like a comedy type feel to them, like comedy horror, right? A lot of them.
They always have to like be a little bit or a lot.
Yeah, but even like, okay, but if you compare it to like mainland China, they don't really have like funny parts in it. It's just kind of like more like silly or ridiculous.
Scary, it's not scary. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I noticed between the two, the big difference anyways.
That's why I said basically all of the horror movies back then, they are just like, they like to combine a little bit horror and comedy together.
But they were still like good stories too. It's not just like a stupid, funny kind of thing, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one is.
I think you like this one. This one sucks.
This one's from 2019, and again, judging by the poster, the cover, I think it looks really, really cool. And this one's actually the only one we have from mainland China.
Great.
So yeah, I remember we reviewed, I think it was last week, the Killer Bee Invasion. And that one
I
was
think
from mainland China.
I think that's the first week.
Whenever it was, I remember that was from mainland.
Yes.
And you told me it was really, really crap. So I have a feeling you're not going to really like this one either, but I definitely want to see this one. And I will be watching this one with my eyes wide open. This one's called Diamond Anxiety. What do you got on this?
Even the name sounds so lame.
Sounds great, I know. Go ahead.
So this
What do you got?
About a diamond ring cursed by the devil in the hands of common clerk from jewelry store. You know what?
Awesome.
Okay, listen. I mean, sometimes they really have like great stories, great plot, but I don't know why they always make the shittest horror movie in the whole world. It's it's not scary and it's so. I mean, the performance is always so superficial and it's so ironic because I know like a lot of movie companies, they have so much money, and I don't know why they can just make shit movie over and over and over again. Oh.
It has to do with who the director is mainly and what kind of visions he has.
And it's like how should I say? Like there's like censorship, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's like a bureau or something. It's only for TV shows and movies, that bureau, and oh my god, it censors everything. So you can't really expect any good type of horror movie, I mean, in mainland.
It's kind of like it's kind of like soccer. China's such a big country. You would think they would have a good soccer team,
Oh, that sucks.
but they suck. Yeah. So I don't know why. Maybe
You know why? Let me tell you something. I think that will be the only time that I can tell you something about soccer that you don't know.
I think I know, but go ahead.
It's because, like, they have teams, right? Different teams,
Mm-hmm.
and national teams, and they don't pick the athletes based on the performance. They pick them because they are so and so's relatives. You know what I mean? That
Yeah, I
kind of
know.
thing.
I know. And
And that's why.
there was a couple of times when the Chinese players, they take off their shirt or whatever and they got like a beer belly, so they are not
Mhm.
like athletes at all, and that's why they suck so much.
Just so
But
bad.
but I don't want to like burst your bubble, but Hong Kong soccer isn't any better.
But it's not my bubble. I don't care about soccer at all.
No, but
So
I do.
okay,
All right.
all right.
So so let's go with a Malaysian from 2011 called Flat 3A.
You
Again,
can even read that.
because I was thinking something else after I said flat, it just confused me for a moment.
Not
Uh,
flat. Not flat.
uh, so
Not flat. This is flat.
3A, 3A.
This is not 3A, by the way.
Okay, so what do you have on this one? The 3A, I mean.
What do I have on this one? Hold on. Okay. So, oh, so
Flat 3A. I want to
this is
check it out.
you never asked, so I'm not going to tell you.
I didn't
So
ask what.
this,
I'm asking you now. What is it? What is it about? What do you got?
okay. So Flat 3A chronicles the frightening experience that Fika and her boyfriend Anna's experienced after
I don't think his name is Anus. But anyways.
Anna's.
Oh, okay.
I said Anna's.
Okay, go
After
ahead.
moves to parallel to that, Wahoo, I don't even know, Wahoo is tracking his missing relative Fatin and is beginning to close in on a terrible mystery that surrounds the haunted Flat 3A. Would you say this one's a must-watch? Sounds pretty lame.
Definitely, because it sounds like it's about like a haunted apartment, and that's the apartment number.
Hmm.
Because a flat is an apartment. You know that, right?
Flat is apartment.
Yeah. You know how somebody says they live in apartment 204, say for example?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's in England. You can say, "Oh, I live in flat 204."
I know it means apartment.
You didn't know that 3.5 seconds ago because you're like, huh?
I
Flat
know,
means apartment? And I was like, yeah.
but I know because once again in Hong Kong they said flat.
What about in Jamaica?
What the hell would I? What the hell would I?
Okay, next one. Really ridiculous title, but at least it's in English. And it's from Hong Kong, 1981. Spooky Kookies.
Cookies with a K, K, K.
Yeah, don't say three that letter all in a row. You did. You said spookies with a K, K, and then and a fourth K. All right.
Okay.
Spooky with 4 Ks. Cookies. 1981. Hong Kong. Go.
This one sucks big time.
I want to see it.
Jeez, why?
Is there ever a movie that you say is actually good after I say I want to see it? Why do you wait until I say I want to see it before you're like, this movie blows?
I said it first.
I don't know. We can go back and check the tape later.
But I said it first.
I'll just have to edit it where my voice came first, and then we'll be like,
First.
"Oh, that guy's right." I'm gonna have to turn the audio and make it so that I said it first. Okay, go on with Spooky Cookies review. What do we got? What's this about?
So this one is about a young boy and his father. They're a team of scam artists who swindle those around them. And I actually got a but I don't want to talk too much detail inside this movie. But I think this one is more like a drama type of movie, not horror.
Some more drama related.
Hmm?
There's still one to watch.
Okay.
So the next, and then we're gonna go with the next two. We'll talk about the first one first because it is a.
Oh God.
Huh?
These two are so good.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, do we need to guess where these are from? Of course we don't, right? So I'm not even going to say where they're from because it's so obvious. It's the first one's.
But you know what? When you talk about Spooky Cookies, it also is from Hong Kong, but I think it sucks. So
It'll still be one of your must-watches of the week. The first one we're going with is Possessed from 1983. The title, I guess, in Cantonese would be something like Meng Gui Chu Long.
Wow, but why you always sound like a Mandarin student kind of thing?
Because when I say it, if I said it like this, then you would be like, okay, now you sound Cantonese. Check this out. Meng Gui Chu Long. All right?
No, it's still not the same.
Well, whatever. I read it as I see it as I read it. I read it as I see it. How can I make it sound Cantonese? It's M-E-N-G, which anybody would say is Meng.
A little bit information for you, okay? In Mandarin, they have 4 tones. In Cantonese, we have 6 tones. So that's why it sounds different, because our tones are different. We have more tones.
Yeah, I know. That's next week's episode of Learn Cantonese and Mandarin with Kai Kai and Mavakaga, episode 1. Not right now.
Yeah, trust me.
Okay, say it. Meng Gui Chu Long. How do you say it?
Mang Guai Chou Long.
I said exactly that way, just like you, probably even better.
Like flowing.
Yeah, I flowed all right.
Go with
go with the flow, right into your ace. All right, so this one is about, this is the first one. An insane man is shot dead by 2 cops, Kung and Xiao, after he refused to listen to them and stabbed a woman dead. After the encounter, the 2 cops always strange things, and Xiao's girlfriend is also haunted. To reduce the fear of hiring police, a Taoist to sort out this problem. What's the problem?
What's the problem? You are the problem.
Go ahead.
I think this one's really cool because, first of all, the makeup is so weird. Like you can say, so fake. The type of, and also the atmosphere is like very spooky, and they always have like a lot of loud sound effects. I think the only problem again is it tends to drag a little bit, and it also it also seems to try to take itself too seriously when instead it should have just went for more insane possession scares. But I think it's really awesome because I remember one scene is about the invisible raping, so I kind of like that. So definitely recommend this one if you enjoy like weird Asian type of horror movies.
That's
And this
me.
what?
Yeah,
Yes, and
that's me.
you can just see from the title it's about possession. But but I think what is really cool is that the sequel, which we are going to talk about later, is even better than the first one.
That's pretty odd because you never hear of that.
But sometimes happen, right? Like Devil's Rejects.
That's very, very close to House of a Thousand Corpses. I wouldn't say it was better. I would say it was just as good. I don't
Okay,
think
so
I don't think I ever seen a
oh, should I
second
shut
part
up?
better than the first one.
Oh my god. Never mind.
Well, I'm just saying. Usually, I mean, think about it.
Oh, usually, but that's my opinion.
If they never made House of a Thousand Corpses, right? Devil's Rejects would not have been created.
But you know what?
And where did you learn of the characters? You learned of them in House of a Thousand Corpses. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know. Can we move on?
So they were both good. But Captain Spaulding came from House of a Thousand Corpses.
I know. So are you going to give me an hour lesson of those two movies?
Possessed Part 2, 1984. Xiao and his family move into a big apartment, which is surprisingly cheap. When they get settled, strange things start to happen. In the 50s, a bar waitress, Lucy, lived with her boyfriend Tim in the same apartment. Tim was a U.S. sailor and he had to leave Hong Kong after the holiday. He abandoned Lucy after she was pregnant. Out of rage, Lucy committed suicide and killed her baby boy, too. She swore to kill Tim after death. Xiao's wife and daughter has been possessed by Lucy and her son, and Lucy wants to kill Xiao on his birthday. Well, this Lucy sounds like a real son of a bitch, but anyways, what do you got on this?
Yeah. I just wanted to say this movie is like far more bizarre than the first one. And sometimes, I mean, if you didn't watch closely, you feel lost because the plot is not easy to follow. Mm, I would say one character inside, the werewolf woman, she's so funny. It's like, again, like movies back then, it's always like a mixture of comedy and horror. So this one, uh, oh right, I need to mention something. I think I think this movie has has been influenced by a lot of Hollywood horror movies too, like Scanners, The Beyond, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So inside are like corpses melting, like popping veins, just those type of scene, like death scenes. I would say it also has a lot of sex scenes. So I would say this one is pretty good actually. And you know what? The do you have the title in Cantonese of this one?
I think it was the same title as the other one.
No, is in Cantonese. It's called Yin Guai Fa Quang, and the literal translation, I would say, is like a sexy ghost goes crazy, that type.
Well, yeah, judging by what we read there, it sounds like a crazy kind of ghost. So you're saying that this one is actually probably better than the first one.
Yeah, it's more scarier to me.
Okay. So, but judging by from what I read, I don't even think you need to watch the first one in order to understand what's happening in the second one.
That's what I'm talking about because sometimes it's a sequel, but the stories can be like independent of itself, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely a must watch. Much like this next one, which is also from Hong Kong, from 1982. And this one I do want to check out, no doubt. It's called Centipede Horror. A crazed evil wizard uses his powers to take revenge on beautiful women by making them vomit up live centipedes, which then proceed to eat their victims. Now, before you tell me what you think of this movie, I want to give you a little fact, okay? Well, actually, a couple facts.
I'm going to say, do you know why?
What, why?
You're going to tell me that the Human Centipede 2 is worth watching, right? But the third one sucks, right?
Well,
I can't read your mind, so let's stop.
that was one thing, but actually, another thing I wanted to tell you is, do you know what centipede is in Latin?
It's like in Latin?
Yeah, like translated. It's a Latin word. It's actually 2 words in Latin.
1,000 legs.
Well, 100 legs.
100 legs.
Because Latin is similar.
It's like foot, right?
Piede. Piede in Italian is feet.
Mm-hmm.
And cento in Italian is 100.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say cento piedi, it means 100 feet, which is in Latin, you would say centipede. So it's very, very similar to the Italian version. So it means kind of like 100 legs because that's how many legs a centipede has. And that's why it's called centipede. So,
okay.
Sorry to give you your Latin lesson for today, but what do you have on this one?
I think you really like this one. It's so gross.
Yeah, I seen the screenshots. It looks amazing, and even the poster, she's got centipedes crawling over her body.
And you know what? I think it has it basically has scenes of torture, abortions, real animal killings, like a lot of this type of very tense scenes, and oh, did you already read what the story is about? No, right?
Yeah, thanks for listening.
You didn't say me.
I did read it.
You did read it?
Yes. Again, thanks for listening.
Sorry, but I mean, in the end, but you don't know, but I mean, in the end,
well, don't say the ending.
I'm like,
Don't say the ending.
Okay, so part of it, because I really want to mention this, it's really disgusting. That's why I want to mention it.
Go ahead.
Like in the end, the woman.
No, not the end. Say near the end.
So in the movie, it's not in the end. I'm just going to say like this woman, she has like green stomach, 2 ghost children, and very very yucky dogs, and not in the end, but I think this scene will make most of people gag. It's like this woman just throws up several very very large centipedes.
It sounds like a pretty gory movie.
Yes, but I think you would like it.
Well, considering it's from 1982, how did they do the centipedes coming out of her mouth then? Because I mean, you can't really computerize that.
That's right, but I don't know. I really don't know. But that's why I kind of like movies back then, because I mean, even if the special effects are not that great,
it's more original.
It's not like too fake, because nowadays it looks like everything is like digitalized.
Correct. Yeah, I definitely want to watch. I mean, just by the cover and the screenshots, it looks like a really gory type movie. We're going to Vietnam once again, and another 2-part movie. We'll start with the first one called Scandal from 2012. 2 actresses compete with each other for roles, allowing career and personal jealousy to influence their judgment, resulting in terrifying consequences. It seems all right. I mean, what do you got?
It seems all right now. If the same plot happens in a mainland Chinese movie, you were like, wow, this one is a must-watch.
What do you got on this? I said I'm going to check it out anyways. Yes, I will still watch it because it's 2 parts, so.
Yeah. I think this one is just okay. It's like, as you said, like the story is not too complicated. It's not very scary. It's pretty straightforward. So, I mean, for me, it's just like so-so. And I didn't I didn't feel surprised. Like I didn't feel scared or surprised at all. Like during the whole movie. So it's just very plain to me. But I would say the second one. It's not like the second one is not like better, but it's more scarier.
The
You
second
think
one.
it's right? The sequel.
Yeah, I think the second one got better reviews than the first one as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll just jump into it. The second one's called Scandal 2 from 2014, again, Vietnam. I don't have much as far as the tagline on this one. Do you want to just give your review on it?
Okay. This one is more about. Oh, and do you actually know that this one, the plot is based on an actual horrific crime case in Vietnam
True,
back
a
in.
true story, you mean?
Hmm. And I think that's why it's way more terrifying than I expected. The big twist of the movie this time. I mean, although I can see from a miles away, unlike the first one, it still caught me like pretty surprised with the finale. Is that
So,
fun? Every time I
so,
try to talk.
so you saying that the second one is maybe better than the first?
Mm-hmm. It's more scarier.
Okay, so maybe just
I mean,
skip the first one and watch the second one.
I mean, I don't know for others, but for me, if I watch a horror movie and I didn't get scary or I didn't have like any type of emotional fluctuation, then I don't want to watch that type of thing.
Yeah.
Just very plain.
All right, so watch Scandal 2. Don't bother with Scandal. Next one, we're going back to Myanmar, or Myanmar, wherever you want to call it. It's called Night from 2017. A group of friends decide to tease the weakest of the group on April Fool's Day. What starts as an innocent joke quickly turns nasty. The teasing becomes cruel, and soon the victim seeks revenge. Elsewhere, another group of teens, including a trio of lovers, has its own problems relating to jealousy and betrayal. The two groups meet one night. That very night, or Nya, that's the alternate title, becomes the backdrop of the film. Must watch. 119 minutes. This is a 2-hour movie, and I'm looking forward to this one. What do you got?
This one is so dumb.
What a surprise.
It's just like you said, a 2 hours movie. I think it should just be made like for 20 minutes. Like it's just like those
No, I said
two.
it's 2 hours, not 20 minutes.
But I said it should be made into a 20 minutes clip or something. That's why I said instead of 2 hours.
I don't think so.
Nah, I don't agree with you. So
So
anyway,
you would pass on this one.
I'll pass on this one. Yeah.
Okay, so next one we're going to go back to, I guess this is Hong Kong, yeah. The Surge in 1984. And again, this one sounds good. As a child, Dr. Quang experienced one of the most tragic stories. The doctor mistakenly thought that his father had passed away when he was ill, so he carried him to the crematorium. When the fire was burning, he found that his father was not dead, but his mother and Dr. Quang were at a loss. They could only watch his father being burned alive by the fire, which left a deep impression on Dr. Quang. Later, they could not forget the fire. I often feel that there is a big fire around me. Many years later, strange things happened when he and his girlfriend were together. Sounds like a good one, this. Go.
This one is more, again, it's more like a drama type of horror to me. Not necessarily like so bloody and like involves a lot of ghosts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's enjoyable, but not like again. There's not enough blood. There's not enough scary scenes for me. So I think you can check that out if you like like it, just by reading the plot.
Yeah, the plot sounds really interesting. Like right up my alley.
Alley. Right.
We're going back to Myanmar. And this time you're going to talk about this one. This one's called Don't Play with Death from 2016. All I can tell from this poster is This chick looks very, very intimidating, shall we say?
This chick, show some respect.
I mean the woman in the poster. Yeah, I didn't say this Kai. I said this chick.
You always like peace and love, and now you're like this chick.
Okay, this fancy woman, but she doesn't look fancy. She just looks like a hoe bag. Okay, so Don't Play with Death, 2016. What do you got?
Just have like a. I haven't watched this one yet. But
Just the way she's looking into the camera,
yeah, maybe.
very seductively. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So you didn't? Huh?
Do you like that?
No, I'm saying she looks like she should. Okay, you say you didn't see this one yet, right?
Mhm.
No, you did.
No, I didn't.
You did. You said yes. I said you didn't see this one yet, right? And you said yes.
No.
All right. I'm going to give you a quick lesson. If somebody gives you like a negative thing,
No. This movie is about an assassin tries to write a story that has never been written before. All right? Sounds pretty boring. Might be up to your alley. So. And you know what? I remember like sometime today or sometime yesterday. Like some guy just told me, no, I will. Yes, I will. No, I will. Something like that. So it's not just me making this type of mistakes, right?
well, he must be related to you then. If he did that kind of mistake, he's totally related to you, and I have no doubt about that. Okay, so we're gonna go. I guess again back to Myanmar. Six Strings, 2016. That means go ahead.
The plot doesn't make sense at all.
Why?
As a right-handed driver drove a grandmother in the road, she was terrified and lost sight of her. What's
This
that?
sounds like a must watch. I think this is going to be absolutely the one to watch this week first. Can you read that again? It sounds absolutely interesting. Read it again.
As a right-handed driver drove a grandmother in the road, she was terrified and lost sight of her.
This is incredible. This sounds like a real scary. I'm almost crapping my pants as you read it the second time, not just the first time. That's how scared I am of watching this.
Why? Because you're scared of what? Driving a grandma or something?
No, because I mean, listen to the like the horror as a right-hand driver. I mean, he's not even driving with his left. He's driving with his right hand. That is scary. And then he drove a grandmother in the road, not a grandfather, a grandmother. And it wasn't that he was terrified. She was terrified and lost sight of her. So it sounds like the guy became a woman.
Now you're being sexist, right? Because like a woman driver, they suck.
No, because what you said was he drove the grandmother, right? And then you said she was terrified and lost sight of her. So is it a guy? Is it a girl? Is it anything in between? You see what I mean? This is a typical Mavakaga production. Guys, gals, and everything in between the road. Get it?
Clearly, you were the one, right? Everything in between, referring to yourself.
You see, this is a PG-rated show, so I will just keep quiet and not come back with something on you on that one. We're going to Cambodia for the final review. It's called Tong Prolong, 2016. Somebody finds that comical because she thinks she can say the title better. But tell you what, it's not Cantonese, so good luck. Go ahead.
But it really, I mean, from the look of it, it really sounds like Cantonese. Tong Prolong.
Okay, go ahead. What do we got on this? I do want to check it out, though, by the way.
Okay, check it out.
Again, another really cool poster. The posters this week are really, really intense. Except for that other one I told you about, the Don't Play with Death. That broad does not look scary. She just looks very, very intimidating. Enticing.
That broad. Now you said that broad.
I said that woman.
You said that broad.
I said, Tong Prelong, read what it's about and let's go.
Okay.
I didn't say anything about the broad. I said woman.
And you just...
What are you going to say? I said chick next to? I never said that. I said woman.
You said broad. Man.
Beep. Go.
Two lovers are separated when a jealous crush with murderous intentions steps into the picture. Will he be able to avenge his love and put her soul to rest before it's too late? Sounds pretty lame.
No, actually, this one's very interesting because if you think about it, they did not say which hand he was driving with. So we got to check out the movie to see which hand he was driving with.
Which hand?
You got to check it out.
I think you said check it out for 100 times this afternoon. All right.
Because if you haven't noticed, I want to check out just about every one of these movies. There's your 101. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to recap your top 3 watches.
Oh my God.
And then I'll give you my top 20 must-watches. In other words, all of them. But what do you say is the 3 that people should check out first? And then the other 17, maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday until we do the next review.
I think...
Go with number 3 first. Don't go with the best one.
Number 3?
Yeah.
Wait a second. I would say Scandal 2.
Okay.
You're just like, okay.
Well, you still got 2 more to go. What do you want me to say?
I'm waiting for you to bash it.
No, I want to check it out, but it's Vietnamese, so... I mean, this isn't one of my top 3, but it's yours, so go ahead.
And the other 2 is the 2, like Possessed, 1 and 2, so...
But you said Possessed 1 wasn't as good as the second one. It's still in your top 3, though?
Yes. It's really good, though. But I mean, if I can pick another one, I will pick, like Centipede Horror, but that one is more like just gore, you know?
Well, I'm going to go with 3, but I'm not going to go like 3, 2, 1. I'm just going to say all 3 that I think I want to watch all the same. Nightcaller, Centipede Horror for sure. I guess that would be my number 1. Because just by the look of it and the way it sounds, it's like, oh yeah, I gotta really watch that one ASAP, which means as soon as possible. In case you don't know what ASAP stands for, you're probably thinking, what does it mean, ASAP?
I know.
It's an acronym for as, like ASAP is as soon as possible. And
that means.
So I got Centipede Horror, Nightcaller, and maybe The Close Encounters of Vampire. I don't know. There's a lot of good ones, but oh yeah, Diamond Anxiety. I want to check that one out.
Hold on, you just said what? The Nightcaller and Centipede Horror, and then what? And which one?
Nightcaller, Centipede Horror, and Diamond Anxiety. Oh, and Flat 3A.
You said Close Encounters of Vampire first time.
Yeah, but then I was like, no, not that one. Like, I'll watch it, but not as my top 3. The 3 I want to watch first, all right? The most one is Centipede Horror. Then it's a tie between Nightcaller, Diamond Anxiety, and Flat 3A. I even give you a bonus, 4th one. Those are the 4 really I want to check out first. Then, of course, the other 16 after that.
Okay.
But you know which one from last week, I think it was last week, that I still really haven't seen yet, and I really want to watch that, but I just haven't had time yet? You know that one that's about it's like the wedding flower or something like that, where a bunch of girls go and commit suicide in the field or something? Do you remember?
Yes, that one. Hold on. It's from mainland, but it's from the 90s, I think.
I just got that one today, so I really want to watch it, and it's got subtitles, so...
Oh!
Yeah, so I really want to see that. But I think you said it was pretty good last week too. Right? I think it was last week.
think so. Wait a second, could you?
Yeah, The Wedding Maidens. It was called The Wedding Maidens, 1990.
See, that's from the 90s.
Yeah, The Wedding Maidens. So, that one I still have to watch, but that was from last week. I haven't gotten around to watching that one yet.
That one?
What's that?
So you really want to watch that one tonight?
Well, as soon as possible, which ASAP.
What's that? I'll just show you.
What?
I just show you ASAP.
Right. Okay, so that will wrap up another week of Asian movies you must watch, Asian horror movies you must watch this week for June 4, 2020. Thank you once again to my co-host Kai Kai, aka, which means alias known as. Huh?
No AKA.
Well, when are you going to formally change your name to Jamaica?
Why would I do that?
Well, rumor has it your name is Jamaica.
I think I'm going to change it into something like Luke or something.
Okay. Guys, gals, everything in between. If you enjoyed this video, once again, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up, smash that like button. If you're new here, subscribe. We do this every week. Live streams almost every night, 11 p.m. Eastern. And for now, you can say bye first because you always interrupt me when I do my little spiel at the end.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Guys, gals, everything between. Peace and love. Peace and love. Stay strong. Take care of each other and yourself. Family first. Always. Mavakaga. Out.